is going to be another video of me just talking and not editing this video and just posting it however it is. Let me increase this light a moment. Okay, I think that's better. My child is sleeping, so that's why I am whispering right now. So I just came up from church, so I'm about to do get ready with me. I also take off my makeup and everything. So let me talk real quick. So I started therapy. If I didn't tell you guys, or if you're just watching for the first time, I started therapy I think 2 months ago or a month ago. And because I started it, I started remembering things that I'm trying not to remember. So it made me start remembering a lot of things, and yeah, so I've just been thinking, but not in my feelings anymore, just thinking things that happen to me, because she always asks questions, so it makes me go deeper in the feelings that I have left behind. So did I notice all the red flags? I did, but I ignored them because I thought they were just cutesy, quirky things. When the guy is getting jealous and you think it's it being cute because he's jealous that he doesn't want you to see other people, that kind of thing. But it was excessive, but I didn't pay attention to it. So yeah, so I ignored it. So I ignored all those signs that I kept seeing. Before we got married, I saw them, but it was not as excessive as after we got married. And I kept trying to talk to people about it. Some people helped. Some other people just told me that, well, you're already married, might as well just stay there. And it was all good. Then some people kept telling me, okay, maybe the baby will change him. Maybe the baby would this. Maybe now that you're pregnant, maybe the baby will change him. I remember praying to God to give me a child so I could focus on my child and not on the person that was causing me pain, sadness, and sorrow. I remember, and I was so happy when I was pregnant and the person wasn't as happy as I was, but well. And I'm not going to go too much into details, but I'm just going to say some of the things. I'm just going to scratch the surface. The words that I kept being called was, you're the devil, you are a brat, you are a whore, you are, yeah, mostly just words, you are stupid, and all those kind of words. I was like, why does this person hate me? What did I do to this person that they hate me so much? I was like, okay, I'm just coming from my lovely country and no one has ever spoken to me like this. So why is it this person that says that they love me, quote unquote, and the person is treating me like this? What did I do? Am I doing something wrong? So I try to distance myself and just focus. I was journaling. My journals are there. I had 3 journals during this whole thing. I was journaling. I was like, okay, let me just write down my feelings in a book instead of expressing them out. So I was doing more journaling. Yeah. So I was just in pain. I was trying to talk to people, but I couldn't really talk to anyone because everybody was not be you, carry yourself, wakago. So I couldn't say anything much. And all the people that I knew that could help me were all in Nigeria. So I couldn't do much. So I just had to do some things myself. I was just praying to God all the time. I was crying. I have never cried so much in my life that I did in the past 2 years. I was crying. Oh my goodness. I have never felt pain before. Such heartbreak, such disappointment, mostly in myself, because I was never like this. I was always happy. Even if I was not happy, I would be moody, but the mood would go back. All these kind of things. I'm nobody has made me feel this way before, so why am I feeling this way now? And I knew it was time to leave. I didn't want to leave because I had a child and I didn't know what to do. I was like, how would I take care of my child by myself and all? So I was talking to somebody that lived here in Dallas, and she was like, if you have been taking care of the child since the child came out, might as well. My birth experience was okay because of the doctor and the nurses around me. It was fine. But imagine you bleeding and you ask somebody for help and the person tells you to shut up. Imagine. I'm just telling you all these things now because it's so funny because I'm laughing. But imagine you, like the person watched you give birth, saw that you're bleeding, saw that you got stitches, literally saw the doctor stitching you up. And I didn't eat after I gave birth for like 3-4 days because I was in shock. But while I was in the hospital, I asked for help and the person told me to shut up. Then can't I see that they are watching a movie? All these things happen to your lovely girl here. But I still tried to, like, you know, push through. And I just knew that I was going to do it myself. And back I was saying, I need just time for me to leave. When, I was talking to my parents and they're like, just leave. Then I started having panic attacks. I've never had, I don't even know what panic attacks. People will say, oh, I have panic attack, PTSD. I'm like, I don't know what you guys talking about. I don't know what that feels like. I had a panic attack. I had panic attacks every time I heard the person's footstep coming to the door, like to the door of the room or come closer to me, because I'm like, okay, I don't know what will happen. I don't know how whatever conversation will happen. I don't know where to go to. I don't know what I will say that will trigger this person into getting angry or saying words that I don't want to hear. That's when I knew there was a problem. That's when I knew I needed to leave for myself and for my child. And this person held my child and said that your mother is stupid. I was like, can you say your mother is stupid to my child? Holding my child and saying that the child that I gave birth to, a gift come from God. So if someone is doing this thing to you, please, like I said, people told me to stay, pray. I prayed. Do you think I was not praying? I was praying. I fasted while I was pregnant. I was praying every single time. I did everything that these people told me to do. Go for deliverance, do this, do that. I did everything that they told me to do. But that's what's happening, and I was like, I'm not going to keep staying here and just keep like receiving all these things. Like, I don't know how people do this, especially when you have kids with someone else. I don't know how people do this. I don't know how they go around their lives, living life, enjoying life, vibing, knowing that they have kids out there but not caring about the kids that they have. I don't know how people do that. I know sometimes people are going to say, why are you talking about this right now? This is like a very sensitive topic. I know it's sensitive, that's why I'm talking about it, because nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to share that story. Ow, my face. Nobody's going to share that story to somebody out there that actually needs to hear. It's not lethal. It's not too late to actually leave some places that if somebody, because people say, are you not a Christian? Why are you talking about women or men leaving their marriages if Jesus doesn't support divorce? But Jesus doesn't support a man being verbally, physically, and emotionally, financially, all the abusive things on earth to you. Does he support it? But people are like, you're not meant to encourage it. You're not meant to. So are you guys encouraging the people that beat up their wives? Is it until the girl is dead, don't I say, why, if I like leave, why didn't you leave? Like, you could have left her, she was young. You want to use me and say, was? Yo. She was young, she could have just left. Now who's going to take care of the child? Exactly. And sometimes you can't do some things, you just leave, you just walk away and pray about them. Like, just pray about their lives. Like, pray about the person. That's what I did. Do you know how do you know how it was hard for me to forgive? To forgive, not to forget, to forgive. Do you know the anger? Me, I have headache. I don't even know what anger was. To get angry, like, not anger, sorry. I don't know what hatred was. The spirit of hatred came up. I don't know if you've felt hatred for somebody before. I've never felt hatred for somebody before. maybe like you just feel angry, like I don't like this person, I don't like talking to this person, that kind of thing. But anger, I never knew what anger was until this event happened to me. I never knew. I don't even know how I'm just like vibing right now, but I never knew. Unforgiveness came with that anger. No, hatred, sorry. Hatred and unforgiveness came together, and I never knew what it was. I was so angry because I kept talking to my mother. Thank God for mothers. I kept talking to my mother and talking to other people too. And the servants going to church, and you just keep talking about forgiveness and forgiveness. I read Bible verses, and you see, if you don't forgive somebody, how do you expect God to forgive you? Like if you're holding something against somebody and you want to go and give offering, just keep it in your pocket because you still have unforgiveness in your heart and all. So I just think of like, how do I forgive this person? So I did this deliverance thing. And they were just talking to me and they prayed for me, and they just told me that if you keep, like, I think, yeah, I did a deliverance thing and prayed for me and it helped. Then I was also talking to my mother, and she was like, you can't give the person power. Like, if you carry that in your heart, the person's living their lives, they're just enjoying, vibing with life, and you are just here with anger in your heart. Like, you have bitterness towards that person, but the person doesn't care. The person doesn't care about you. You understand? Like, you care because you still have anger in you. You still have unforgiveness in you, but the person is just vibing. So what the deliverance people told me, they're like, just keep praying for them. Like, every time you just feel this anger, pray for them. So that's what I started doing. Started praying. You know what I'm like? Just give me the spirit of forgiveness towards this person. Then it started going. Then I was all good. Then now I started therapy. But I'm not that I'm angry or I have hatred. It's just like I don't care. It's just like do you? I'm like, if you don't care about your child, if you don't care about the child, so why would I care about you? So it's kind of things. But it's so funny because I am here right now. I stopped using my Snapchat. The reason why people started noticing, people were reaching out to me one day like this. I was so confused. I was like, what happened? I was like, one guy texted me. He was so angry at me. I was like, what did I do? He was like, you went to go and take screenshots of our messages. It was like messages of when we were back in school. I was like, eh? I was like, me screenshot. Not knowing, many guys reached out to me, guys that I haven't spoken to since I was in school. You know how long that was? I left school 2021. So someone was like texting me, are you okay? Are you safe? Are you good? What happened? What happened to your Snapchat? Was your Snapchat hacked? I was like, I don't understand what's happening. Somebody sent them messages saying that my wife does not have the authority to use her Snapchat account. She does not have, I don't know what the person said, but something about me not having freedom to use my Snapchat account again, an account that I wasn't using. And I left this person, by the way. I was not with this person anymore, but the person got access to my account. That was like 5 months, like five months after I left this person. The person found my account, they started doing these things. I was not with this person. The person pretended to be me to my friends and telling them, how can I do this, that this person can come back to me, pretending to be me, by the way. And they were asking, are you good? Are you okay? Like, people are scared to text me because they won't even know if they're texting me or texting the wrong person. So all these things, I'm saying it right now because if you're not in a healthy relationship, especially when you just started early in the relationship, if you're not in a healthy relationship and you can start seeing the flags, please leave. Please, I am begging you to leave. Do you know how it is to be a single mommy? Like, do you know how it is? Yes, to be a single mommy. There's so many things I can't, God forbid. It's like, at first when I left, it was so hard for me to be a single mom because I was like, how am I going to do this? What am I going to call? Especially when I was still breastfeeding and he would wake up in the middle of the night. He would wake up like 5 times in the middle of the night. I'm like, I'm so tired, I'm this, I'm that. And I was just like cursing the person in my head because I had so much anger. I was cursing the person in my head. I was like, look at the position you have made me through. But I was still praying to God, obviously. still praying to my God. I was like, God, just please help me to make this easier. And now the testimony is I'm studying my own apartment. I'm studying my own apartment. And it's so fun. Let me tell you about this apartment stuff today. It's so funny because when they found out that I got my own apartment, they decided to try and move into my apartment and still call me names in my own apartment that I paid for with the help of the Lord, to come to my apartment and try to cause havoc into my apartment. That was when I almost committed something on the life myself. And that's when I felt the Spirit of the Lord pull me back and walk me back home. And I knew that this kind of happened again. So I am standing in my own apartment. My son is turning 2 soon. And I have done it. God is still doing it in my life. And this is like a healing process now that I'm going through. Because every time I just look, I'm like, how have I done this? Like by myself. With the help of the Lord, of course. With the help of the Lord. And with the Lord bringing people to me. But what I mean, like, how have I done this by myself? Like, I raised this child by myself. Like, he's 22. And I've done it by myself. With no help of the other person involved. Do you know how shocked? Because I feel like, I don't know how God did it, but this is just a phase in my life and I had to go through it. Because if I didn't go through it, I don't think I'll be here. I don't think I would have changed actually. I'll still be doing my nonsense. I would have been probably worse. Like, worse than I was in college. I would have been worse. So I feel like this had to bring me closer to God, because sometimes I think you have to go to your lowest point. Like at your lowest points, and that's when you're like, okay, God, I need you. That's what happened, because that's when I knew that I needed God, because I didn't know what else to do. I knew God was going to be there. Yeah, it was a painful experience. It was a heartbreaking experience, but it was an empowering experience also, because I am a woman and I have God in me. I am a child of God. I am not only a child of God, I am the daughter of God, and He blessed me with His son, and it's just a phase, and He blessed me with this apartment that He gave to me, because from this apartment we're going to a house with the help of the Lord. It's God to believe in. I just believe in God for the rest. Let me talk about this week first before I leave. Sorry. This week I was thinking about how I was going to pay so many things at the same time, and I kept praying to God. I was like, oh God, I'm going to be very short on things, because I had to do some things with money. I was like, God, please, hey, help me. Oh, and what did God not bring God in 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 people into my life to bless me financially, and they all settled everything that I needed to settle. Because I was like, God, I believe in you. I was like, I believe in you. I'm just waiting for you. I'm just waiting. So yeah, so many things. I just believe in God, and I just pray that my fire keeps burning for Him, and I pray that everything that I do brings people closer to God. And because like I said, I've done things before and God forgave me. I have aborted before. If you know, in 2020 I had a child. No, I got pregnant and I aborted a child. Yeah, and it was heavy in my heart, and I prayed to God, and God forgave me, and He blessed me to another child. Oh, and it's so funny because this person told me, I hope that you don't kill the next child. That's what the person told me. He was like, I hope you don't kill the next child. Because you know, when people know your past, they use it against you. Even though I have a child right now, but you know. Yeah. So yeah, God forgave me for my sins, and He is just merciful, because I've made mistakes during my walk with God, and He still brought me closer to Him, because sometimes you make mistakes, but you just need to pray to God to not only forgive you, but to give you the strength, you know. So I don't want to talk too much. 20 minutes, okay. Let me be going my way, and I hope you guys enjoy. I don't want to go too much into details. That's why I'm more like talking too much, because, you know, it's like it's a case. So maybe when the case is settled, I can talk. Fundamental case. Start to the first. Anyways, I will talk to you guys another time. I'm so lazy to edit this video. That's why I'm just giving to you guys like that. Honestly, I meant to be vlogging. Probably I'll vlog next week. Today's Sunday. I have an IUD removal next week, so I'll probably vlog that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy your week. Have a blessed week.